What is up, guys? Delboy here. What a fight between Dereck Chisora and Carlos Takam. Did not expect that. Going into this fight, I actually felt that it had the ingredients to be a bit of a stinker. I felt that Dereck Chisora was well past his best and actually shot based on his last performance against Ajit Kabayel. But, he really did rewind the clock and put out a really good performance. Tremendous fight to watch. I actually watched this card around a friend's house with some mates. We paid for the pay-per-view. Said I wasn't going to pay for it, but I did contribute, as you have to when you go to a fight party. But do you know what? This whole card was a really good watch. When I go to these fight parties, I always watch boxing with kind of casual fans who watch boxing now and again, and we was all over the gaff for this fight. Everyone was up from their seats, shouting at the TV, really getting into it. Tremendous fight between Dereck Chisora and Carlos Takam. The first round, Takam came out really strong, pushed Dereck back, letting his hands go. Dereck was on the ropes, soaking up the pressure, landing the odd shot here and there, doing a good job of sinking the odd sneaky body shot in with a left hook or uppercut to the body. But round one, Takam really looked like he mean business. And as the fight wore on, it kind of followed that trend where Takam was kind of being the more active guy, pushing Chisora back, letting go some combination punching, whereas Chisora was kind of sitting back on the ropes, soaking it up. He was getting hit a lot, but he was sneaking the odd shot in here and there, especially to the body. Chisora's bodywork in this fight was actually very good. Really sneaky stuff, but I think the bodywork in this fight really did take its toll on Carlos Takam. And also Chisora was doing a really good job of countering off the ropes. That's something I never thought I'd say, but he's on the ropes taking punishment, and he'd come back with like a looping overhand right, countering Takam. That shot landed quite a bit. Also, he was finding the left hook off the ropes as well quite a bit, and like I said, he was finding the odd body shot off the ropes here and there as well. Takam was clearly the busier guy in here. He was winning most of the rounds. In fact, going into the 8th round where Chisora got the knockout win, I only gave Chisora 1 round. It was competitive, but Takam was just working harder. He maintained a much better output, and he was winning the majority of the rounds. Chisora made some of them competitive. In fact, most of them were competitive, but Takam was doing the work. And actually in rounds 6 and 7, I believe, Carlos Takam looked like he really had Chisora on the verge of maybe being stopped on his feet, because I think it was round 6 where Chisora was in the corner and Takam was just teeing off on him, and I think Howard Foster, really had a close look, and at that stage he was thinking to yourself, maybe Takam's going to get the stoppage win here. But in round 6, Chisora finished the round with defiance. He fought back to his credit. Round 7, another tough round for Chisora, but he got through it. And round 8, man, Chisora knocked out Carlos Takam, and I never thought that would happen. I really felt that Carlos Takam would win this fight, and I wasn't even considering a Chisora win. To me, this is a big upset. In round 8, I believe the first knockdown was when Chisora was coming forward. He kind of jabs to the body and then follows up with an overhand right that catches Takam on the side of the head, and it drops him hard. You can tell when Takam gets up that he's on unsteady legs, and I think Takam could have actually been on the floor a couple of more seconds to give himself some more time to recover and gather his bearings, but he never did that. He got up quite quickly, and once he got up, it was clear Takam was on unsteady legs. Chisora just comes forward. Takam's left hand is low after the knockdown when he's up on his feet. Chisora comes forward and swings a lovely right hook, bang on the chin of Carlos Takam, drops Carlos Takam on his butt, and the fight was over. Great knockout win for Dereck Chisora. This guy is like a cockroach. If there was a nuclear war, the human race would be eradicated, but Dereck Chisora is still going to be there, you know what I mean? He's a tough old boy, tough as old boots, and just a great come from behind victory, an upset victory, and a really good knockout, because the first knockdown really was key. It's actually similar to the Dave Allen versus Nick Webb knockout, where Chisora kind of goes to the body, but he goes to the body with a jab to lower Takam's guard and to drop his hands, and then he comes back with a lovely overhand right. It was similar to the Dave Allen knockout. But yeah, really well set up, and then obviously Chisora finished it with a lovely right hook. So Chisora, again, I thought this guy was done, but he's still a relevant player. Who does he fight next? I would like to see him fight Dillian Whyte personally. I think those two have unfinished business, and I think that would be a really good fight. But yeah, credit to Dereck. He really did save his career with this knockout win. As for Takam, it's going to be hard for him to come back. Back-to-back defeats to Joshua and Chisora, and this knockout loss was quite a bad one. So at 37 years old, I'm not sure what the future holds for Carlos Takam. I really feel he'll watch this fight back and kind of kick himself, because he had a handy lead on the scorecards. He could have easily boxed the last few rounds and went to a decision and won the fight, because he was well ahead. And Takam is a better boxer in terms of long range than Dereck Chisora, but he just stayed in the phone booth, and he got caught. It's easy to say in hindsight, but I think he got his tactics a bit wrong as the fight wore on. He built up a lead, and I felt after like the 7th round, maybe he should have started to box from range and make Chisora come forward and chase him, but wasn't the case. Chisora got the knockout win. Credit to him. Really pleased for him as well. What do you guys think of this fight? Peace.